You know, after playing a long time with a completed save file, it feels so weird to only have 2 floors available. Hey, welcome back to more Library of Ruina. Last time we started our game off, this time we're gonna continue the game. Could pretty easily be able to finish Canard.
You guys should regularly refill your head with brain fluid. A dry brain dulls your thoughts.
I know my feelings so easy these days.
Where are we going to rob this time?
I think we should go for a workshop. Workshops are really of useful components to you.
How about an office? We should earn some info if we take down an office or two.
I don't think we'll get anything valuable from the offices we can take on right now.
A restaurant then. I like delicious stuff. You moron.
Did you already forget why we got our new bodies? Because we wanted to focus on earning without having to worry about food or sickness. That's right. We're enduring like crazy. These bodies just need brain fluid, fuel, and some repairs from time to time.
We can make money without feeling hungry or thirsty. That's true. It costs a fortune to get ourselves whole body replacements, but it's still uncomfortable. I know I don't have to eat anymore, but I keep thinking about all the tasty things I had before, and it makes me want to taste them again.
That's because we got cheap bodies from a cheap workshop.
We just have to earn more, then we can replace our bodies with better ones.
The most expensive ones can adjust their motions and completely show off desires at the time of having good performance. Well, those are almost as expensive as a nest household.
We can worry about that later. Let's focus on money making now. It's all about money in the end. So don't bring up restaurants. You're making me want to eat stuff too. Mo, there's a piece of paper stuck in your body.
I like how this body doesn't have any sensory systems, but it's annoying to be unable to do things like this. Well, let's have a look at that piece of paper first. I don't think it's in your body until just now.
Maybe we got 2 infants and someone sent us a calling card or something. Or maybe a coupon for new yummy food.
It's imposed to touch half with individuals, especially someone more refined. All depends on Syndicate. They just crowd with them. You even say there's one for every fixer out there. And the thugs gather up and do things under their name, even Syndicate. They're involved in all sorts of different businesses, so it's hard to give a general description beyond that. Seems sloppy. Those machines? They aren't machines or AI, despite their appearance. They're machines carrying their own emotions and desires have long since disappeared from the city. Guys just been using whole body replacements. Well, body workshop at that. See. Alright, sure, perfect reception.
So we can find valuable stuff here, right? We just have to chop up some monsters and take some books. This body has strength if nothing else.
We came in for loot, but what if that piece of paper was all a lie? Maybe we were too naive. Don't to worry, dear guests. Please be strictly play by the rules written on the invitation.
Yikes!
Welcome, dear guests. This is the library, and I'm Angela, the director of the librarian of my role's namesake. This library may obtain the books listed on the invitation. You overcome your ordeal, that is. Must be one of those ploys by rich folk. It's all entertainment to them.
I heard of it. They kidnap people from the back streets, trap them in a labyrinth no one can escape, and make them wander in there fighting for eternity. Until they die, never to see light again.
We've already come this far. We have to do this.
Don't be so gloomy.
Funny book in this place then. Brotherhood of Iron is such an interesting concept. I could let Malkuth see a little bit of combat experience, but meh. Like, they really help the world building of the shittiness of the city. Because, like, these people are getting full body replacements just so that they can earn a buck. Like, life sucks in the city. And that's an understatement to say that life sucks in the city. Life's fucking awful. Do we just take out Arnold? Probably. Or at least try to. Nah, we can take the hit. Do we have any? No, that's our only one. Ow. Ow. I mean, the defensive dice didn't really matter, but whatever. Generally speaking, I'm someone who really likes doing the... just, like, focusing in on just our patron librarian. Which is the name of the actual characters, as opposed to, like, Pansy here, who's just a disposable grunt. Yeah, we can easily counter that. Skitter away, we can probably do. They're inflicting paralysis. I'll show off what paralysis is about, when we burn their pages. Start getting them on board. It's evade on 1, fight on 2. Doing like no damage right now to Arnold? Mo. Yeah, I love the world building in this game. Again, like I mentioned it a little bit last time, like the world of the city is so god-awful. The city sucks. Like there's sometimes those memes like, if you were transported into the world of the last game, and like usually people are like, oh well, I guess I'm gonna get killed by Kratos or a monster hunter or whatever. Like, you do not want to live in the world of anything Project Moon. Again, like these people, they got full body replacements just so they can earn a buck. Not a good idea to keep your brain inside a hunk of scrap metal. It's still better than a frail human body, though. Yeah, there are plenty of ways to enhance your body without replacing it for another. There's actually many options: tattoos, prosthetic limbs, medications, and drugs, you name it. It's all impossible as long as you have the cash. Replacing your body with a machine, on the other hand, is a one-way ticket you can't ever go back on. Black bodies cannot resemble humans too closely, even if it's for someone swapping out their flesh. That puts down the drain right away. When just want to put their brain in a machine then? One, when you urgently need a huge amount of money. So you offer your old body and organs for a good chunk of cash. 2, when you do repetitive work for a long time. Mechanical bodies like that are that bad for kind of labor. But parts be quickly replaced and desires to be kept under control, so it has its merits. Repetitive work for a long time. Interested in getting a new body? No, I was just reminded of my past for a moment. Not a good thing. Angela being reminded of her past. This is... oh. It's 5 because there's also a generic Book of Brotherhood of Iron. And one thing that can help out quite a bit... Again, this is more relevant for later on, when we actually start losing some receptions, because we will. We will lose some receptions, that is a guarantee, but what was I saying? Yeah, there's actually a couple things for us to, but the, oh my fucking god, why am I struggling? Conjuring is really good. Oh, lost my train of thought. Anyways, a couple of statuses that we have to go over. Paralysis. Paralysis will have the maximum roll value of a certain amount of dice per, not per page, I believe it's just total, dice. Will be reduced on their max roll by 3. Pretty solid status. Fragile is the opposite of right? Yeah. Fragile is the opposite of protection, where it is you take that much more damage. Strength is gaining offensive power. Its defensive equivalent is endurance. I don't think we'll see endurance for a little bit. And I believe that's the last of it? Yeah. Book of Scorch Girl. So we got a couple things on here. Up of Last Match Flames, they are very weak to blunt, so Endure is not bad. Struggle is probably a bit better. Basically, your goal for this is to take out torches before, or take, flames before the Scorch Girl gets a turn. If Scorch Girl gets a turn, she will use a I believe it's a 30 to 30 roll. Art costing 4. I believe it's 30 to 30. I might be wrong about that. God damn it. Right now, we have the burn status. We will become very familiar with burn. Trust me. Burn is that you will take that amount of damage at the beginning of each scene. So it is quite nice in that respect. Fine. Yes, I would have preferred not, but whatever. Yeah, Burn is one of the best statuses in the game, if not the best. Burn is incredibly good. Really? There is no accuracy checks in the game, so you will always be able to... Ah, shit, I forgot to fucking read off Scorched Girls. I forgot to read off Scorched Girls flavor text. Let me go into that real quick. She will say, step by step, burn into a pitch black char, a warm fireplace, a plentiful dinner, fancy decorations. What will show up when I light the next match? You'll leave me when the light of the last match goes out, won't you? These match lights are my only hope. And when a shooting star falls from the sky, it means someone went to heaven. I wonder whose star that is. As for her, when the flames die, she'll say, no, don't take my hope away from me. And then the warmth, the feast, the prettiness, all gone. There's nothing left now. So, books helped? Yep, it's done well somehow. Seems to be working, thankfully. It's good to hear. By the way, I think I remember Angela saying something along the lines of you earning a fleshy body last time we met. Like, not human before. It was like a replacement body, a change that could never be reverted. They had a brain transplant surgery, but somehow managed to go back to your old human body here. Actually pretty impressive. Thanks to the library's power, I'm guessing. I think so. Can't let stuff be held back by common sense in the library, huh? I take it that you don't exactly like having your body back. You didn't seem too happy back then. Oh no, I actually do like it. It's just that this isn't exactly how I wanted things to go down. What did you do in the past then? I wonder, what was I in the past, really? I don't believe it, but this is actually my third try at life. Librarians have a lot of history behind them. Third try? Can you come back from the grave or something? It's the accumulated memories from my 2 previous bodies that were carried over, to be precise. My past selves, I never really thought about it this way before. Difficult problem you're facing there. How about your present self? I'm an irresponsible person who let down everyone's efforts. An idiot who tried to reach for something out of my means and ended up causing trouble, I suppose. Whoa, hold your horses. Let's not get too dark here. Calm down for a moment. Deep breath. And let it out. In. And out. Relax now. Yeah, really helped. Thanks, Roland. I should know better than anyone that it's pointless to get upset over things I can't do anything about. I gotta start with the things I can take care of first. Alright, I'm sure hard with my work too. Let's take our time with problem past selves. We get some more stuff here. So one thing that's pretty well known at this point about Library, just about LobCorp in general, is the Sephra and the Kabbalah. So, long story short, the Kabbalah is a... Okay. It both refers to the study itself of Jewish mysticism, and stuff like that. And it's both the name of the kind of the mythos that goes around it, as well as the tradition of learning, examining the nature of creation. This is something that, of course, I feel like is more well known between Christian philosophers going through, kind of like wondering what is the nature of God, what is the nature of creation, stuff like that. That's basically what Kabbalah is. Also, I will do my best to pronounce it as Kabbalah. I believe that is how it's properly pronounced. If you say Kabbalah, it doesn't matter. I'm still this is still something I'm getting a little bit into researching myself. I will get more in depth about each one, because I do think that each of what the librarians are attributed to, what the as in like what floor they are, like Malkuth being history, Malkuth himself, or like the what they're attributed to. I think the place on the Tree of Life is a little bit less important here than it was in LobCorp, but we'll still have that, and then the abnormality pages that show up between here are also, I think, going to be something that is pretty important to still keep an eye on, or still keep note of, at the very least. Again, there will be a point later on where I'll start going through that, or trying my best to go through that. Again, a lot of times mythology is really weird and I don't fully understand it, but I'll do my best. Project Moon loves their allegories, loves their references to literature, loves the references to mysticism, religion, stuff like that. Really big fan of Judaism and Kabbalah. Again, I'll get more into detail about a lot of that stuff later on, but still is something to note. Let's put an area just because I think her thing is cool. Finn? Wait a minute. You're not Finn. As for the Floor of History, their big thing is a lot of fire. It's kind of, well, that's what they're generally known for. They're still kind of a little bit of a mixed bag of a lot of things. Honestly, I would say that Floor of History is more so of a counter, of a tanking floor. It's more prevalent later on, but they have I believe Ashes does rely on it. Where that's marked as blue instead of a red, but whatever. Yeah, they rely a lot on getting hit and inflicting statuses that way. Ashes, when hit, they'll inflict 1 to 3 burn on the attacker, and they'll have a chance of inflicting burn on on all their offensive dice on hit for the next scene. Only leads up to 1. I believe that does not stack is with itself, and not with, there's going to be some other key pages later on that'll have the attribution of basically the same thing. Max Light's a little bit of a weird one. You'll get a little bit more, I believe this is a weird page. I believe that it is, oh, I forgot about On Play. I mentioned last time the different ways that cards activate. There is also On Play. On Play is very rare. Those are just, you use them right away, it doesn't cost your die. So for example, if we had an On Play with us, we would basically have another action. Like say, if we had You Only Live Once was an On Play. No, none of the cards are like this, but just as an example, it was On Play, we'd be able to use it. It would once we chose it, it would cost us our 3 immediately, and then we would still have our die open. So we could maybe use a charge up if we had the light for it. Yeah. But I believe that is I think it's power up by how much Ember you have, but you have the possibility of taking a little bit of extra damage. Again, I'm pretty sure that it is based off of power. Yeah. It's Mac. Doesn't say it on here, but you have a chance to, obviously, when you use a bunch of cards with that, you can deal more. But okay, I'll just read from the Wiki GG. Inflicts Ember, which is a status that persists for the rest of the act. It, in fact, increases the max range of the first die on the combat page with the match life status by the number of stacks, and the same die will inflict burn equal the stacks on hit. So basically, it's kind of similar to, well, it's just for the first die. So you can have a really strong first die that can also burn, but you can also hurt yourself a little bit. And it is equal to your max range. Max light's not very good. Footfalls is really interesting though. When Librarian's health is very low, they will deal 30% of the target's max HP as damage and inflict burn upon approaching. They have to be the one initiating combat. I believe a clash also does count for this. So if someone attacks you with a speed 4 and you're not countering them with your speed 1, Footfalls won't activate. But basically, it turns you into a bomb. And honestly, the problem with it is it can kind of make fights end up being unwinnable at a certain point. But whatever. What I'm going to try to do is I'm going to try my best to even out my floor usage. Body's still aching from our last job. That's lasting longer than I thought. Still, yesterday was wild, wasn't it? Yep, the new weapon you got from the workshop is a real killer, that's for sure. I'm saying. I got way too excited with instincts. For our lot, we only have to kill 20 more people than planned, thanks to you. Mistake on our part, we couldn't even get paid for the extra kills. Come on, don't be such a killjoy. You're the one who went on the rampage in the end. Mac's muscles are all sore because he had to try hard to calm you down. Well, I said I'm sorry about it. No need to sweat it. You guys feel things too. Hate to admit it, but Tyan has a point. We should all try to cool down our temper a little. As long as we're working as fixers, it's not good to raise more trouble than necessary. Former members of a killer syndicate, now registered to an office and doing fixer work. Life really is full of surprises, isn't it? And this office is a weird one too. Can't believe people like us are actually accepted. Remember what the boss said? There's so many offices and fixers these days, so standing up and the others is the best way to survive in this industry. Efforts are also quite radical compared to what other offices have. That's filled with maniacs like us. All we gotta do is kill the targets the most gruesome way possible and hang their bodies out in the open. I wonder everyone's excited to join. That is what we've always been doing. At first I thought it was crazy that an office would do this kind of work. But I guess threatening targets and sending them a warning makes enough sense. Because you're working well too. Though we've only been getting requests from no-name syndicates and poor folk. That's a long way to go. Let's feel like a pack of rats in a proper office. Got a message from the boss. Says if you drop by to get new work. Messages like those can join offices these days, huh? All market's a red ocean. Everyone wants to be a fixer. And this encounters breaking yourself over the coals because... Listen, I may not look it, but I used to be hot stuff, you know? And things happen and fell to rock bottom. What do you do for a living? Did all kinds of stuff, really. Doing anything in my ability. That's so. That means you didn't get to do any proper work then. Wow, we really did teleport in the blink of an eye. This one of those singularities? Surprises these days. Being easier, guys. Hi there! It's pretty damn sturdy. How much did you spend on that bond? You can needlessly exhaust yourself to your guest. You'll need to rampage with all you have soon. I don't like your soft tone. You're not human, are you? Ooh, look at her face now. Guess she really isn't, is she? You're not a surprise. So rare to me to save you being an ain't human in the city. I know, right? Get a ton of cash out of this. Why are you booking this place? Angela's fucking pissed at these guys. Probably just for the start. I'm going to just force myself to do Malkuth. I say that like Malkuth's bad. I much prefer, honestly, I wouldn't say Malkuth's my favorite floor, but I do enjoy Floor of History a decent bit. I feel like Ashes is just a little bit better. So you can definitely get well, not get away with. You can definitely benefit from having a lot of block dice. Can really help because you still do take the hits. You can roll 0 damage, by the way. That is a possibility. Generally, either has to do with your either block dice or have to deal with fucking good word. Either deal with block dice or with endured. Or ineffective? Effective, mostly. but you can do 0 damage, so you can still take the hit and do that. Is this our first multi-act? No, we had Yun's was. But as you cross over through different acts, your pages will stay the same. You'll still have all the pages on here. So let's go commandeering. And as for you, we'll endure. Ow, rude. And damn, now taken out in 1 turn. Just 1 haste and 1 paralyze. Commandeering is super good early game, by the way. That is one thing with this game, is that not all dice are created equal. Or not all pages are created equal. Some arts are just significantly better. This is, of course, more noticeable in the later game. But there are some arts that are incredible. There's one Act 3 art that is a mainstay in decks even to endgame because of its utility. We haven't really gotten too much utility deck stuff as of yet. Great work as always. No more about office thanks to these guys. Don't get bothered about what's said about you, alright? Trying to console me. Maybe, maybe not. I don't really care if you're actually human or not, see? Refreshing to hear. It's quite a while since I heard such words of comfort. Even from one person, too. Well, we're in the age of humanity, after all. Age of humanity? What does that mean, exactly? Don't stare at me too hard, I don't know all the details either. At some point, intelligent or sapient beings that weren't humans were actively driven out of the city onto the outskirts. I'm not too sure why it took place, but the Artificial Intelligence Ethics Amendment was introduced as part of that movement. It's already possible to create machines capable of feeling emotions and desires, actually. Those are pretty much human, in other words. Guess that was the problem. Thanks to the AI Ethics Amendment, no machines could ever be made to resemble humans, including replacement bodies. Well, there seem to have been a few exceptions. They said I'm no human, I'm a machine, an artificial being. Besides, I was done using a human as a template. My fraction of her brain was used in my creation. That's not even a human brain resting in a robotic body? Not at all. A purely machine. But that fraction of a human brain you mentioned, there's only an electronic copy of the map of the brain. My body's entirely composed of mechanical components. Bad feeling. Looks like you've been living under a rock your whole life, seeing how you're oblivious to the workings of the world. Gotta be extra careful then, especially if you're planning to leave here someday. You're a sapient android with emotions and desires that exist most likely to be a violation of the ethics amendment. That's scarily good at spotting anomalies like you. Oh, right, in case you don't know, the head is basically a bunch of shady creeps that rule the entire city. We probably won't ever get to face them. Anyway, this whole library is at a huge risk in the first place. Librarians over here also seem like they're humans, but not really human at the same time. It's just as you say. I was done to feel emotions and spent what I felt like an eternity on a stage, repeatedly performing a play that never seemed to end. I thought it was finally over, turns out it never really ended. I gotta say, whoever created you must have really been something else to you. I don't know, I'm motivated them, but breaking the rules designated by the head itself takes more than just guts. No one can escape the head's enforcement. Did it all eventually die? But the library will be safe. It has to be safe. Birdcage. It's free to enter, no one's free to leave. Damn with that dreamy speech you despise so much. What do you even mean by that? I'll leave this place one day, take revenge on all things that made me into what I am, and earn true freedom. I don't care too much either way. That's that, and this is this. Let's see, this guy is Yesod from Floor 2, Patron Librarian of Technological Sciences. Hey there, name's Roland, Angela Servant. I'm Yesod, Patron Librarian of Floor of Technological Sciences. Is this cold and piercing stare I'm sensing? Feels like different kind of angels, I gotta say. Not now. Don't tell me, are you one of those types that resort to violence when someone talks crap? Your necktie was loose. Oh, thanks. Guess you're a nice fellow after all. Tell me, why do you comply with Angela's orders so to make you? Mostly because I have no choice but to help her. Now that I think about it, Malkuth didn't seem too fond of Angela either. I dislike her or something? Obviously we wouldn't approve of her. Angela, she utterly crushed our hopes at the very last moment. That's complicated. Why are you working for as a librarian then? Part of the deal. Deal, huh? I guess that deal is why most of the floors of the library are locked off and the librarians there are asleep. Boy, I am not a fan of convoluted stories. Especially about sentimental stuff. Anyway, both you and I are obligated to help Angela now, aren't we? That's true. Let's give it our best shot then. Butter there. Yes. Handshake, duh. Never tried it before, you know, the I look forward to work with you kind. Come on, lighten up a little. If we can't avoid it, we might as well enjoy it. I'm supposed to get you books I like I do with Malkuth, right? Indeed, I also collect some sort books about technological sciences of the city. Clearly, we are both well aware of our occupations. Can I take your leave? Fine, I was about to anyway. Oh boy, yes, Ode. Urban myth! You do not have the time to think about the terror at the end of the song, or the setting. The sun. Any more reports on the distortion from the Hana searching in Advice Section 1? None, sir. Still observing the situation for now. They did nominate a number of likely suspects, however. We have 2 urban plagues, Laundry of Dreams, and Yesterday's Promise, and 1 urban legend, Church Gears. Investigation not going too well, is it? From the library, a recently appointed urban myth is also on the list of possible sources. Oh, so even the higher-ups are clueless, aren't they? As they're throwing out random guesses now. I'm getting used to sorting out books now. Tell me, why are you helping me so submissively? What? Remember when you said you'll kill me if I don't cooperate? Come on, I can't leave here by myself either. Now, you don't appear to be motivated by fear. Quite a lot of people crawling along the floor stricken with fear and terror. My past observations, I doubt you're helping me simply because you're afraid of dying. What the hell were you doing? To be honest, I have a few things going on about this place too. Such as? Said you want to get the one perfect book is to gather books about the city, right? I figured I could run some fun experiences by joining you on that journey. I don't have a whole lot to do out there anyway. I'd get back to being a washed-up fixer, scraping at the bottom of the barrel again. There's one thing I've been meaning to figure out more than anything. I'm hoping I can maybe find an answer to that one day if I stick around to help you out. I have a coincident of interest, I see. For as much as I exploit you, you're free to make use of me. Try to be careful about it though, or else the time could seriously get you killed. Eesh, you're being way too vicious with words. What made you so sharp? You better not put anything in my past any further. I already feel like slowly melting your limbs this time. Fine, jeez. I have a question, ma'am. Do you take questions, ma'am? What is it now? Sir, it's an appropriate question. Did it warn you already? What's up with the librarians here? They don't really feel like humans. They don't seem to be machines or artificial creatures either. Entities called abnormalities from employees, both of which were thoroughly exploited by the facility that once stood upon more real. Because they mean that sense. Humans taking advantage of abandoned ones grown out of use. I don't know what you're doing with them now, it still looks like exploitation. They were broken, couldn't even stay in a stable form, and their existence was so fragile they could fade away at any moment. They barely kept together as they found them through a physical body and a book. All I can do for them now is to find the one book that will free me and the librarians. You're gonna release the librarians? That's the only way for us to leave, you know? I use the same kind of power to reconstruct your body. Huh. I just remember this. As we collect numerous books from our guests, we will eventually reach the one absolute book that contains everything. Oh, I believe at this point, I think now we have access to general receptions. Bunch of Hook office looks cool as fuck, by the way. Okay, we can't send general invitations now. Basically there's a selection of storyless invitations that you can do, that are just, well, they're just a fight that gets you some unique pages. Let's go, let's tie it on both. It's a cool as fuck page, so, obviously. And yeah, that's fine. Don't want to use tech sciences quite yet. Can't do passive attribution yet. We're close. I believe we're close to doing passive attribution finally. Anything? I mean, oh Jesus. Is there anything that we have new? I don't think so. I think Hook Office is mainly bleed as well. You can save a page setup just to quickly copy it over. We'll copy your entire deck. I feel like the light attack is horrible. Basically fight off. I believe... So, by the way, the... all of the quotes we get at the beginning of chapters are I don't know if they're just excerpts or if they're the full poems. I assume they're just excerpts. But they are by Yoon Dong-jo. I'm not sure how to pronounce Korean. Korean's the one that I have the least confidence in pronunciation with of the Eastern Asian languages, being Korean, Chinese, and Japanese. Those main three. Korean's the one I'm least comfortable with my pronunciations of. But yeah. So again, more stuff with their a lot of books, a lot of poetry. Again, Project Moon is fantastic with all this stuff. I think we can only do one right now. One general reception. Which, if we send it out, will get us the Backstreet Butchers. I will always have on handy a nice RNG. And this is literally just going to be between 1 and 2 because we don't want to do Yesod quite yet. Just because he only has the 1. 2, which means that we are running Keter. A Keter? I think it's Kether. CH. But it's one of those, just like, depending on how you want to, not localize. You know what I'm trying to say. I feel like I say that a lot. But sometimes I just lose my wording and, you know. Again, same sort of thing. You fend this off if you can. It's a pretty good gut harvesting opportunity. Ooh. Again, bleed is quite good. It's not the best status. Burn is definitely better, but it ain't bad. We can definitely rampage on you. I guess struggle onto you. Pop up. Take a little bit of damage. Ooh! Staggered. There we go. That's... be one butcher down next turn. Not next turn, but... next attack opportunity. You're gonna get staggered. Damn. Oh. Fill up. Probably should've just, you know, killed the guy. Ah, well. And Jesus Christ, Strong Strike is, well, strong. I will say these pages are a little bit out of our depth. The Backstreet Butchers. Well, okay. I do mean a little bit out. It's not by much. Like, literally the next one will be, or our next story, damn it. Next story mission is the same. Sadly, there is no way to quick forfeit a battle, or a quick restart, or anything like that. Oh, this is a multi-act. Generally speaking, one thing, I really wish there were more multi-acts. That is one big complaint I do have with this game. They have the multi-act system in place, and then they just never use it. It's really unfortunate. Woo! All that damage. Yeah, we're gonna get... Oh, bind is the opposite haste. You take more damage. Or you, lower your speed by that much. You can get to 0 speed, I think? Yeah, you can get to 0 speed. I don't need to do that. You can get to 0 speed. This means that you'll only be able... 0 speed and 1 speed are effectively the same. I mean, obviously you can. Like, one thing I'm pretty sure I've been doing, but not mentioning, is... I'm sure there's some other actual term for it, but I've just been calling it interceptions. But just like, you know, taking a... you go with something that has a higher... someone with a higher speed, you fight a die with a lower speed that's targeted to someone else, and you clash with that. Pretty nice. Pretty handy-dandy. Yeah, more book office, more Backstreet Butchers. I don't think that these give any unique cards. I do believe all these cards are ones that we'll get next time anyway, after this next fight anyways. But still can have them a little bit early. I'll probably read out some of the credenza books for more interesting characters. But it'll be a while until we actually, you know, get interesting characters. But that'll be for next time and times after that.